Hi everybody, today I'm talking about simple shape design and also repeating an image. This is wrapping paper. If you buy somebody a gift, you want to wrap it usually, make it look nice. And it's that type of time of giving season. This is llamas with party hats and cactus. So that's the two drawings that are repeated over and over in an A-B pattern. Llama, cactus, llama, cactus. We're going to pick three shapes, make three things. I'm going to make a tree, a present, which is a square box shape, and a ornament, like something you would hang to decorate a tree. It does not have to be about Christmas. This one is. This is a Santa Claus type of figure and a reindeer. If you don't celebrate Christmas, you don't need to make anything to do with Christmas. It could be something beautiful or something personal to that person. It could be their age, that number. If that person is turning a 3, and decorate that 3. Make it the same size and keep repeating that pattern. Well, first I'm going to draw 3 shapes and turn those into 3 different designs. Pictures that we'll recognize and say, oh, that's a tree, or that's an ornament, or that's a bell, or that's, we recognize it and know what we see by the lines and the shapes and the colors usually. I can make these really simply, and you can too. So say it with me. I can make a design that people recognize. I can make wrapping paper. Right, so it's pretty easy to do. Let's start. We'll know how to make wrapping paper or decorate paper as a design that repeats. So first, maybe I can start with the circle, and then maybe I'll have the triangle, and then maybe the square. So, if I darken these, you'll see them better. You scooch in just a bit. So, on this, I'm going to say it's an ornament, and then just use a simple hook shape, making sure this is a circle. I could trace something and be perfect. It's usually something good to do to have a standard so that it is the same every time. And then if this moves down here as wrapping paper will do to repeat an image and have an AB pattern, this is an ABC pattern, it moves this way. And so I have my 3. Hopefully I spaced them out fine. And then the next, this is after this, so triangle would go here. And I'm fitting it in, just doing my best. And then square would probably be before, right? So square goes here. And then square goes here. Oh, what goes here? Triangle, okay? So we mapped out what's what. And close to the same size is fine. It could be a little smaller and it fits that way. Just try to make it look even and the same if you can. So I have 3 circles, I have 3 triangles, I have 3 squares. These are going to become boxes or presents that are wrapped. These are going to become trees, and this has started to become an ornament. So the most simple way is to draw a wavy line or a zigzag line through this ornament. You can decorate them how you choose, but I'm trying to go for sameness or close to the same pattern. So I created, and you recognize this as a pattern. You can do this. You can create your own type of wrapping paper. Now, this is for this winter holiday coming up, but it could be for a birthday. It could be for any occasion. Now Now next I would want to space that out a little different, but maybe I make the mistake so you don't have to. I'm just doing this on the fly so you know how to do it also. So you're starting to see this repeated pattern, right? Yeah, so I would use my color to color this in next. And keep in mind those colors. Maybe this would be red, maybe these would be blue, maybe this would be green. And then I've got two primaries and a secondary, and I might leave this white, or I could cut out these and put them on a different color background, which would be fun. So I'm getting my red, my blue, spilling other ones out just for fun. And then I would do yellow first if I'm going to use yellow, because I don't want it to get blended into other colors and then be ruined. The set is in good shape, although I've used them quite a few times. They're still in good shape. I want to work from top to bottom so I don't keep smudging my hand through my work. So I'm going to go red with this, and I can erase all this later. And I just color in that contour line. I draw along that pencil line. It might have looked better if I erased that before I did this. Probably so. And then I'll be covering over it anyway with a black to tighten it up. You could do a blue line, but I find that if you're doing a kind of a cartoon or a design like this is a light design project. Really easy using simple shapes. I want to color on that line to seal it all in to make it look nice and sharp. And that's a good thing to do to make revise your work, to go over it again. So you see I've colored this in. Make sure it's pretty even. Now, I do want to do this one before I do this, so I have to change up. Maybe I could work this way. I'm having to think about my process a little bit. That brings me to this. I'm thinking maybe a ribbon this way, maybe a ribbon this way. So I'm going to erase this big line, which was a searching line that found that edge, and draw that, and then erase this. Because this, I'm going to say that this goes over this. And then we have a basic bow. And then that's that. So that would be the same on both. So let me give myself a little bit more room. Chop a little bit of that package off. Draw that line, draw that line. Erase these lines. Same. I want to give myself a little more room there, maybe. Come up just a bit. Do you see me revising my work? It's close, but I want it to be better, so I have to change it. And that requires more time. Do you see how much time is going by on the video? That's how much time it takes to do this. So if you're spending the same amount of time or more than me, then probably you're doing the right thing, because if you're just whipping through this and looking at the thumbnail and just copying what you think I did without listening to what I'm telling you about it, then you probably don't understand the lesson like a student that reads the whole text about the lesson. I know several kids read everything about it before they even watch the video. They read all that text, that it's the how-to. Basically, it's telling you what you're doing, and that's good to know. Now, I made a discovery here. I want this to go up, and I want to cut this bottom just a bit. Here I go, revising, and that makes this look better. I don't have a lot of eraser on this old pencil. I like to use things all the way. I don't like to waste things. It's a satisfaction in a weird way that I get. So I'm moving this And I'm erasing this, and then everybody's happy there. And I didn't want that conflict right there in the middle. All right, so I'm gonna take a break, come back to this. I've got to see an ELA video. Be right back. So back to fill in the second. Use a green on that and then blue on the third. So here we go. You can choose to fill this in however you want. You can go solid, or you can draw into this shape. You don't need to use these shapes. You could pick 3 others. You can make 3 other designs if you wanted to. You could do a simple design like this. You could color the whole thing and then draw over the top of that. You notice with your markers, if you stay in one place longer, it gets darker and darker and darker because you're putting ink into the paper. That's how the marker works. And this would be my other green in this, and then this blue. I have to be careful to just color the squares in now, because I think I'll leave the other part yellow. And what would be a good idea, if I know that this is blue and yellow, because those look great together, is to do this first. So I'm going to choose, make that decision now, not to get into that if I can help it. I did a little. And go to my next ones, color those in. So if you were making this for a design wrapping paper of some sort for a birthday, you could do a cake, a present, a candle, the number of the age that the person is becoming. If it was a boy, it could be a bicycle, or a girl, or a toy, or a robot, or whatever. For a girl, it could be a doll, or something that a girl likes, like a unicorn, you know, like I showed you the llama wrapping paper. Okay, so I need to go blue, finish this blue. I finished all of my yellow, and I'm deciding I'm going to go blue for this because it sticks out a little bit better. So things look better when you take your time and you color them in. Pretty easy to do this. Now that blue, if I drag my hand through it, it will totally goof this picture up and make it look crummy. Not good at all, sloppy. I want it to look crisp, so I have to keep my hand out of it. And that's hard for some of us, but as you learn self-control and how to work your body and your hands, you won't make as many mistakes when you think about it. If you're planning ahead, no, you don't want to paint a picture on your bed, on the sheets, you know, you do it at the table or someplace that's safe to do that. It's part of that planning, those decisions that you make. Now, for video time's sake, I may not get through this whole thing, but I will show you a picture of it. And I don't know, I'm thinking right now as I'm doing this, I know that this is taking a while and I'm 15 minutes into it. I don't want you to have to watch a video all day for every subject. But let me finish this up and then tack it on at the end. You already know what's going to happen. Let me complete one of these so you see that. really steady and carefully. I want to pull the line around. I started to push it, pulling this line, and my head is down by this. I'm looking closely at it. Hopefully it's not in the shot. But then that looks more realistic, or I'm cleaning this line up. Hopefully I'm not overlapping too much or too little, but that looks kind of cool. And I could draw any of that in and get rid of that pencil mark with my eraser. So you're seeing how to make wrapping paper of your own, I hope. This is an ABC pattern, A, B, and C. And I'm coloring those in, and then I could give this gift to somebody else. I could wrap this around it and do a nice job. Maybe mom is the best in your family at that. Maybe dad is. But this would wrap something small, like that box of markers, or this can of cinnamon, or if I was giving my calculator away, right? This would wrap it, and I would fold it and cut it to size. Hope you've enjoyed making wrapping paper. You can do this. Circle, triangle, squares, simple ABC pattern. Enjoy.